Greetings, 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 greetings. So, I'm making this video because I had a psychedelic experience last night into this morning slash today, and I guess I'm gonna talk about that. So I don't. I was given my friend who sat with me. I mean, thank you so much for holding space. um, he gave me these dry mushrooms and to eat with like a bar of chocolate. And I remember he told me that the mushroom tastes like dirt. I'm like, what's this gonna taste like? It's like dirt. It didn't, but it was okay. So I was like chewing up the dry mushroom, then I stuffed the chocolate in there to get rid of the taste. And then like 10 minutes later, gave me another chocolate bar. And then maybe 10 minutes later, that's when it started kicking in. And I can't even explain what I experienced. I can't even, the part where I gonna come up, I can't even put it in our words. I can't find our words to even explain it. I mean, visually, it's still in my mind, but I can't even put it in words. So, in the beginning, let me try to see what happened first. Okay, so the first part of the trip was like I started to move and what do you call it, like language in this different words in these different languages, not English and not known. And what I was saying, it's like when I got up and I was doing it and moving, it's basically what was coming to me at the time was it's like I'm the creator and I'm doing. In my mind, I felt like maybe I need to be humble. But then it came up, I was like, what the fuck? Let your shit go. It's like tonight is a night where you let everything go, everything out. Everything got to be let out, no holding back. So I did that for a minute. I was like rhyming, speaking this other language, like rhyming. And when I'm saying I'm rhyming and rhyming and rhyming and rhyming, I'm like mind blown. I'm like, what? I could do this. It's like, yeah, you're the creator. So, so that happened, and I was moving, and I felt like I wasn't falling. I was like, you ever seen a crackhead on drugs, and they so out of it, but they never fall? That was me. That was me. That's how I was moving. Like it was sick. That's all I'm saying. So that aspect of myself came out, and then the next thing I experienced, I decided to go and because in my mind, I feel like I was rhyming and rhyming and rhyming, and it's like, let me give myself a break. Let me just go lay down and simmer down, you know. And so I went to lay down, and then I started to just go into my listen to the nature sound, focus out of my thought, out of my head, drop into my breath, my heart, and just listen to the nature sound. And I, at that point, I started to experience. It's like I just went into a higher aspect of myself, where what I felt when I was there is like. It's like enlightenment. I'm like, this is what enlightenment is. I was in an enlightened state of being. It was like when what was coming is like Buddha, Krishna, Jesus. It's just a state of enlightenment, of peace, of oneness, of just nothing, bliss, everything gone. Everything gone. It's just a feeling. It's a feeling of pure bliss, of just like a light bulb just go off and you're just in this state. And when I got to that state is when I started to experience. Okay, I think I got my thing off. So I'm starting. All right. Okay. So when I got to this enlightened state, it's like I can't even explain. I really can't even put it in words. It's like, okay, let me try my best and make it sound like it may have sense. So, okay, what was happening? Okay. When I was in that state, it's like I know all things. I knew all things. I know all thoughts. Everything I ever experienced was in like a moment. My whole life up to that day, up to that moment, I was like, it was. I don't know how to say this, people. I really don't know. I'm so excited about it because I've always on my journey I've wanted to experience the creator myself. I wanted to experience remembering being the creator, knowing everything. I wanted to experience remembering everything all at the same time. And that's what I literally experienced, knowing everything at the same time, coming back to my thought, move this, come back this way, move that way. There was nothing I did not know. And I knew why everything connected. I knew why I experienced that. And I was just laughing at myself like, what? It's like you know everything. Like you may not be consciously of it because you're having a human experience. The way this reality works is like there's different levels of awareness, right? There's different level of awareness. And when you are such a high awareness, the enlightened state is where you know all things, everything. Your thoughts, you connect everything in your mind. I'm not even speaking words. Everything was happening within myself. Everything was connected. I was just, it's like I was having fun with myself. As the creator, at that state I was in, I was playing. I was having fun. And it's like when different memories come up, like like a memory of Elon Musk and Donald Trump and some other things came up, experiences that I have, and I was literally spitting on it like, what? I was just like literally spitting on everything that came up like nonsense. Why you weren't up? I was just spitting on everything like, where are you create all of that? What are you talking about? Like, let that go. Move on. It's like it was so funny. The creator is so funny. I am so funny. Like there's no separation between this aspect of the creator and the higher aspect. Those are all aspects of the creator. You have it, and you're having these experiences on the different levels of awareness, but it's just the same one consciousness. So I knew everything. I know all things. I knew the reason why. Not the reason why, but I created all the experience with everyone that I've ever experienced in the entire world. Everybody I've ever interact with, I created all of that for myself. And when I was experiencing it, there was like no attachment. There was no emotional attachment to those experiences. It was like, oh yeah, right. I mean, create that. Okay, it's not to create that. It was like, yeah, you do that. And that one too, and this person, yes. And it was like, yeah, you remember that? And you remember when me tell you, say if you remember that, and you remember that one, the other. But when this happened, like you remember that, it was like me as my mother telling me, oh, you remember that when me tell you that to remind you that. And then this person I've experienced, like, yeah, you remember when you tell me to remind you about this and show you this. That's what was happening. Like every person was like, yeah, you tell me if I come remind you and show you this. You remember that? You remember that, right? Oh my god, it was just hilarious. It was so funny. It was basically saying like we are creating this, I'm creating all of this. And it's like there's nothing to worry about. You're just having fun. Everything in creation, it's you. And then there is this moment when I was so worried about it raining, and before it started to rain, after for a while of sitting and experience the totality of myself. I mean, the totality of myself, of everything. Yeah, you create that, and that too, that was you, and you remind yourself there, yeah, and you come back and then you remind yourself there, and then you create this to remind yourself there, yeah, are you that? You are remind yourself of everything, and you, all of it are you. And I'm like, I experience the totality of myself, and every being is me. Everyone has been me. And then there was a point where I go back to the beginning where there was like nothing. I felt like I'm the water, I'm the snail, I'm the rain. I'm coming out of the ocean. At the point, even when I came out of the ocean, the ocean, oh Lord have mercy. May I tell you, it's no joke. We feel it, we experience all of it. And that was closed eye experience. But then when I opened my eye, it was like different realities. Like I'm seeing like different realities. Like I'm traveling at different planes of existence, all within the one space. It's like I could see the grid, like the whole grid up in the sky. There's a grid. I cannot see it in this plane, but there's a grid there. It's crazy. Crazy, but I was like, what? But anyway, so I experienced the totality of myself, and then I went into releasing of some energies that I'm holding on to. And when I get to some family stuff, and even me created blocking out certain experience that I had was so painful to me that I totally block it out, like wipe my mind off the experience. But my body remembers the emotion. So even though I black out the memory, my body was holding on to the hurt of the experience. And when I sat there, let me tell you, when I sat there, I was sitting there for like hours straight, and I'm gonna move from one spot from the time when I came and sat down. I'm gonna move from one spot. I'm sitting on my yoga mat in this one spot, not moving, sitting there going through everything within myself. And when I tell you, I think the ancestors coming out. When I tell you, when they came up last night, I pay a pot to come out. They was like, what one of them said? I mean, but all of it is me. To let go of this experience that I experienced, and it's like it's in the family bloodline, and it was releasing the secret, right? Because the secret is still there. And when I'm saying some of it was being released, it was telling me where it is. It was in my joints, it was in my spine, it was attached to everything, and it was just like falling away. Oh my God, and my body just started feeling lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And when the mind was coming in, where it's becoming emotional and I cry, it gave me a moment to settle myself and bring me to another experience, and then work its way. It's like you're tricking yourself, work its way back to come back to that same event. Like, no, you can't handle it. No, let's go back to it. So it's like I was like purging up that ancestral, I want to call it trauma experience there. I was purging it up, and there's this when that was occurring, I remember there was this one thing I couldn't let go of. And when the ancestor came out, it was like, well, you can't let go, you can't let it go now. Just let it go now. anything or not, but I know where I was holding it in my. I've been feeling this tense pain in my shoulder. I feel like I have a tear in my shoulder. This right here, tense, tight. And what I'm holding, that emotion is there, all of it, all of the emotions. And this is I'm holding it. It was showing me like you're holding it all here, all of it. Yeah, but I'm still working on one of the memory that came up where I'm still processing letting it go. But I feel like I forgive that relative. I'm forgiving the relative because at the same time, it shows me that experience I have with that relative as a child, that they felt like shit about it, like their entire life. They never forget it. Like they just basically self-destroy themselves because of that thing there. And I guess because I am holding and I didn't forgive, because I don't remember. If I remember forgive the person, I black out that memory, but the emotions were still there. So me I hold on to it, and then they're experiencing it too. So man, yeah. So that relative had like alcohol abuse, domestic abuse. Well, he did it to his wife. So all this stuff he was experienced. And then that relative had died recently, last year. And the way he died is like very like a traumatic death. It's like he was like punish himself his whole life for what he did. And I felt him like he was so sorry for what he did, and he just needed me to forgive him for it, you know? And I was like, and I felt I felt his pain, and I was like, so I was crying to release that. But it was like the hurt of like, I trust this relative, and then they did what they did to me. It was just so painful. And the thing is that I block out the memory, and up till like, that person was like my favorite uncle. And I don't remember. So I walk around naive in a naive world and don't remember what the person did, but I was holding the emotions. I didn't even go to his funeral, and I guess on a subconscious level, like, I guess that's why, I don't know. It just didn't happen. And then what came up was like, there was another uncle that uncle told what he did, and I was mad at the other uncle because the other uncle know, but he ain't saying nothing. I was like, I gotta work on that one. Like, he kept the secret knowing what happened, and I'm like, and I'm going through life and dates. Man, anyway, so it was, yeah, that's the ancestral stuff that came up. And then after that, I was laying there processing a lot of things, releasing a lot of things, processing. It's like processing and releasing. And the fears would come up, like things that I'm a fear of, and I have to let go of the fear. So I was like just learning to let go, like release. It was just like falling away. Little by little, things was just falling away. It's like, and you realize like how much I love myself. You realize how much I love myself. I mean, I consciously be aware of it, but in higher planes, I love myself so fucking much that I created that whole fucking experience last night for myself. Like, I'm gonna show you who you are. And I love you so fucking much that we here and okay, so it rained, right? But I was so worried about it raining. I was like praying, Dorian, Dorian, Dorian. And as I was sitting there going through my experience, laying there, it started to rain. Honestly, it didn't even feel different. It didn't feel like it was raining down on me. I felt like I was the rain. Like, I am the rain raining down upon me, but I am the rain at the same time. And I was just morphed into these different insects, and it's oh, Lord God. But there was a moment where the raindrop just fall right in my ears, and it was creating some type of thing going on. I was like, I didn't move, even though my ego itself was like, well, go in your tent now, go and go rub up in your blanket. It's like, no. It's like, no, nigga, I'm staying right here and experience all of it. Like, I'm not moving. Like, there's no movement. I was just staying there the whole time and face everything. There was no running. I felt like I wanted to drink water, but it was like, you don't need water. You have everything already. You don't need nothing. You don't need to move. You don't need to go do nothing. You don't need nothing. Right here. Yeah, sit right here and yeah, experience everything, and you're facing everything. And I think one of the things that came up, what I feared the most, is forgetting that I am the creator. There's a fear within me of forgetting that I am the creator. So even when I experience the enlightened state of Buddha, Krishna, knowing and I know everything and I'm the totality of everything, I experience the fear of letting that go, like coming back down into the other densities. Into the other densities. I was in fear of letting that knowing go, that remembering go. So I had to work through that too, like it's okay. And that's when I was just sitting there and all these different memories, experiences was just coming up in the moment, and everything was happening in the moment. There was no time. Everything just collapsed. No time, no nothing, just this one moment of me having one moment. Like everything is happening in this now moment, and I was experiencing the now moment of all things that happen all at the same. Everything is in a moment. And I was just laughing at myself. Laughing. I was like laughing at myself, like, oh my God, you take this, like, why you take this thing so serious? What? I was just laughing at myself, like being the creator, laughing at myself, like, this is why I was spitting on everything. I was spitting on me, spitting like I didn't give a fuck about shit. When I said I didn't care, I didn't care. Like nothing, no matter. Nothing, I don't care about nothing. Rain or fall, anything can come. Me not even care about nothing. I was soaking wet. I was shriveling and freezing. But nothing no bother me. I didn't care about anything. It no matter. And it was just showing me also about like when I'm in this state, how I try to control everything because I want everything to be clean and in place. It had me rolling around in the dirt, laying pan dirty mat, laying in the rain. I don't care about shit. Nothing. Me never care about nothing. And I was like, me just a play, me have fun. Like, what? Every thought that come up, I was just spitting on the thought. I was like, I was spitting on everything, like just spitting it out. Like, what are you talking about? Spit. Like, what? Me have fun. What are you talking about? And then I was the mind was trying to understand everything, right? And then it was like, I had to let that go, trying to understand everything. Like, oh, you know everything. Oh, yeah, come back to this. I was like, rewind, select, mash it up again. I was like, it's sick. I can't even explain it. What I just state, all the things I just talk about don't even really explain my experience. You just have to experience it for yourself. But the message is like everything is just literally a dream within. It's like the creator is non-physical. It's this non-physical energy, non-physical, dreaming up every fucking thing. Everything. Just dreaming up everything in this one moment. Everything existing in this one moment. Everything of me existing in this one moment, one thought. It was one everything, and I felt the oneness. It was just oneness of all things, basically. And me I laugh at myself like, why you think this is serious? No play, yeah, play. It's like it's a reminder for me to go play, go have fun. This is what you created this for. I mean, literally, it was just showing me everything. It was showing me like when I moments where I was kind and thoughtful, then it would show me moments where I was like, if you want to call it a darker aspect of myself. It's like me know everything. I mean everything. Me know, and it was just showing me like me no care. Like who cares? Who cares if he was dishonest here? Who cares if who gives a shit, man? I play, you I play. I play, you I play. I play, we I play. And then you are create everything because you are the creator. And if you're watching this video, you created to see this video. I had to remind yourself, like, you remember when I said myself was reminding myself, remember when we have that experience together, and you tell me if you come remind you, you create that. Well, you create this for me to come remind you. but but yeah, so anyway, I need to go drink like a bunch of water and I need to go sleep. But I felt like I had to just talk about my experience a little bit before I go and sleep. But yeah, all is a game. Life is literally a game where you are playing with yourself and I laugh at yourself. Mm-hmm. Yep. So all is love. All is one. All is perfect. And have a great, amazing dream.